Now we'll move on to the topic age difference. So this is a type of question that comes in the UGC net exam. So it comes under arithmetic reasoning. So we said that in arithmetic reasoning you have number series, letter series, codings, classifications, blood relations, age difference, other mathematical questions, ratios, proportions, anything. So within that you might get a question of age difference, and age difference is a problem or is a question that have repeated many times. So we'll be taking this, we'll be giving you some guidelines, we'll be giving you some questions, some sample questions in this video itself. Then we'll be doing some previous year questions and some questions, some random questions, so that you'll have a very clear idea. So here we'll be just giving you 3 or 4 guidelines or 3 or 4 tricks, and then we'll be going to the questions and doing the sample questions. So we'll be learning by doing. So we'll be starting with the guidelines. So the guidelines is, every time take the present age as x. If you don't have the present age if the present age is not given in the question, take the present age as x. And if the present age is x, we have some terms, some words will be given in the question that we have to be careful about. So we have the terms called times, then after, later, ago, before. So these are some very vital terms as far as age difference questions are concerned. So if the present age we take as x, then sometimes in the questions it will be 3 times x or 3 times the age. So times means it is multiplication. So if the present age is x, then n times, n means it can be any number, 5 times, 3 times, 2.5 times, 3.5 times. So n times the present age we will get as nx. That means if the present age is x, so for example, if the present age is 5, then sometimes the question will be 4 times the present age. So we can take it as 4 into 5, which is 20. If the present age we take as x, then 4 times the present age will give you as 4x. So times means multiplication. So 3 times means 3 into, or 2.5 times means 2.5 into. So keep in mind that if the word times comes in the age difference question, it means multiplication. Now if the present age is x, the age in years later, n years later, n years hence, n years after, it means that sometimes the question will be 3 years later, or after 5 years, 2 years hence. So sometimes these words will come in the question. So hence, later, after, all these means addition. So after 3 years. So if x is the present age and the question is 2 years later, it means 2 plus x or x plus 2. For example, if the present age is 5, then 10 years later 5, so 10 years after 5, or after 10 years, 10 years hence, 10 years later, all these means that we have to do 10 plus 5, which is 15. Or if the question is, if the present age is x, 10 years later means 10 plus x. Now the third one, if the present age is x, we'll get some words like before, some words like ago. So 10 years before, or 5 years before, 5 years ago. So it means that it is subtraction. So if the present age is 5, then 2 years before means 5 minus 2, or 2 years ago means 5 minus 2. Or if the present age is x, 2 years before means x minus 2. So we'll have to do subtraction there. The last one is, sometimes you'll get the ages in ratios, not the actual ages. They won't tell you like 10 years later the age is 27, or 5 years before the age was 15. No, they'll give you ratios. A and B, 2 persons, their ages are in the ratio 2:1. Their ages are in the ratio 3:1. So questions might come like that. And then again they'll give you 3 years later, their ages are in the ratio 11:10 or 10:11, something like that. So when ratio comes, you have to understand that these ratios are not the actual ages, they are just the representation of ages. So what we do is, instead of, so we'll start with an example. If the ratios are in A is to B, so if 2 persons ratios are A is to B, then these A and B are just ratios. Actual ages we add x with it. So AX and BX are the actual ages. If the ratio of two people are given as 3:1, so the ages are not 3 and 1, ages we take it as 3x and 1x, and then we'll solve the problem. Then we'll get x, and this x we substitute in the 3x and the 2x. And also one more thing, the ratio A is to B, or AX is to BX, or 3 is to 1, 3x is to 1x. This is to the symbol for ratio we can change and we can write it as divided by. So instead of AX is to BX, we can write it as AX divided by BX. Instead of 3 is to 1, we can write it as 3 by 1. So instead of 3x is to 1x, we can write it as 3x divided by 1x. It will be easier for calculation. So these are the only 4 guidelines that you have to understand while doing an age difference problem. You have to make sure the first 3 guidelines are all about terminologies. Times means multiplication, later, hence, after it means addition, you have to add it, before or ago means you have to subtract, and the last one about ratios. They'll give you ratios, so you have to convert this ratio into ages by adding x. If the ratio is 3 is to 1, then the ages are 3x and 1x. And if there is a symbol for ratio, you can convert that symbol and make into division symbol for easier calculation. Now we have the guidelines for age difference. We'll be going directly to a problem so that we can learn things by doing the problem. So just with these guidelines you won't understand much, but while applying these guidelines into the questions, we'll understand a lot. We'll understand how to solve age difference questions. So we'll go right into sample questions. So we'll start with a sample question. A man is 24 years older than his son. In 2 years, his age will be twice the age of his son. The present age of his son is dash. The answer options are 14, 18, 20 and 22. So here we have a problem where they told us to find the present age of the son. We don't have the present age of the son, we don't have the present age of the man, we don't have any definite numbers, we just have some information. So we'll work with the information. So we'll start with, let the son's age be x. So we'll consider the son's age as x. So we'll write as son x, son's present age is x. And we have the information that a man is 24 years older than his son. So 24 years older means 24 years more than his son. So if the age of the son is x, then the age of man will be x plus 24. Now the additional information is in 2 years, that means in 2 years means after 2 years. So as per our guidelines, we know that after 2 years means plus 2. So in 2 years, his age will be twice the age of his son. So after 2 years, we'll create another column after 2 years. So after 2 years, if the son's present age is x, so after 2 years it means it will be x plus 2. If the man's present age is x plus 24, after 2 years the man's age will be x plus 24 plus 2. So here we have a very clear picture. The present age of the son, the age of the son after 2 years, present age of the man, then age of the man after 2 years. So we have a very clear picture here about the ages of the son and man and the ages after 2 years of the son and man. Now according to the equation, there is a very vital information there. After 2 years, man's age will be twice the age of his son. So that is a vital information, and with that we'll come to an equation. We'll find out an equation there. So after 2 years, man's age will be twice the age of his son. So what is the age of the man after 2 years? X plus 24 plus 2. And what is given here? This man's age will be twice that of his son. So what is the age of the son after 2 years? X plus 2. And the main point here is twice. So twice means, so we will do that x plus 2 into 2. So why are we taking this into 2 here? Because the word twice came there. So the equation will be x plus 24 plus 2, that is a man's age after 2 years, equal to x plus 2 into 2, that means twice the age of his son. So that is the equation that we have formed here. Then we will solve the equation. So this is a basic linear equation in one variable. So x plus 24 plus 2 will come as x plus 26. Then x plus 2 into 2. So we'll remove the bracket, we'll get 2x plus 4. So now we have x plus 26 is equal to 2x plus 4. We'll take variables on one side and constants on the other side. So we have 26 minus 4 is equal to 2x minus x. Then we have x is equal to 22. So here they have told us to find out the present age of the son. So present age of the son we took as x, then x we have solved as 22. So the present age of the son will be 22. So this is how we solve a problem for age difference. We use the current information to have a clear picture. We derive an equation from this picture and then we solve the equation. Now for the second question. Father is aged 3 times than his son Ronit. After 8 years, he would be 2.5 times of Ronit's age. After further 8 years, how many times would he be of Ronit's age? Options are 2 times, 2.5 times, 2.2 times and 3 times. So here understand the question very carefully, read the question very carefully and then understand it. First it is said that father is aged 3 times than his son Ronit. So that is a present age. So if Ronit's age is x, if we take it as x, then the father's age will be 3x. So father is 3 times Ronit's age. So that is the present information. Then after 8 years, so after means we will say we already studied that we'll add plus, so plus 8 both the sides for father and for Ronit. So after 8 years he would be 2.5 times of Ronit's age. So right now father and Ronit's age is 3 times, father is 3 times Ronit's age. After 8 years father will be 2.5 times Ronit's age. Now after further 8 years, again after 8 years, so the present, then after 8 years, then again after 8 years, how many times would he be of Ronit's age? So just like the previous problem, we'll try to get a clear picture here. So we'll take Ronit, we'll take his father, then we'll take present age of Ronit and father. So let Ronit's age be x, we'll take it as x, we don't know much about it, so we'll write it as x. So the information given to us is father is aged 3 times than his son Ronit. So if Ronit is x, obviously father will be 3x. So that is the present age, that we have a picture there of the present ages of Ronit and father. Okay, next after 8 years, so we'll create another column, age in 8 years. So after 8 years he would be 2.5 times Ronit's age. So either we can write x and 2.5x as we just did before, but that won't give us much information. So after 8 years Ronit becomes, as we said in the guidelines, Ronit becomes x plus 8. What about the father? Father becomes 3x plus 8. So that comes, after 8 years we add 8 because both of them have aged 8 years, so we add 8 to both of their ages. So Ronit becomes x plus 8 and father becomes 3x plus 8. Now the next information is after further 8 years, so we have to create another column after further 8 years. So after further 8 years, what happens? Ronit's age becomes x plus 8 plus 8 because x was his present age. After 8 years it was x plus 8. After further 8 years it becomes x plus 8 plus 8. Similarly, father's age, it was 3x. Then in 8 years he became 3x plus 8. After further 8 years it will become as 3x plus 8 plus 8. So here we have a table. We have, as we said before, we have a very clear picture here. We have the present ages of Ronit and father. We have the ages of Ronit and father after 8 years. We have the ages of Ronit and father after further 8 years, means 8 plus 8 after 16 years. So we have a picture here. Now the thing is, now the second step, as we said, is to come up with an equation. So the present age, we know that x and 3x. So to reach x to 3x we just need to multiply by 3. So that equation won't help us. We'll take the second one, age in 8 years. So according to the question, after 8 years he would be 2.5 times Ronit's age. So what is the age of father after 8 years? 3x plus 8. This is equal to 2.5 times Ronit's age. So Ronit's age is x plus 8. So 2.5 times that. So we have our equation here. Why did we take 2.5? Because it is given in the question. 2.5. He is 2.5 times Ronit's age. So we'll write 3x plus 8 on the one side because that is the age of the father, and the age of the son is x plus 8, and in the question it is given as 2.5 times. So if we want to equalize it, if you want to put an equal to symbol there, we have to equalize it. So in order to equalize it, it is given in the question, it is equal to 2.5 times or 2.5 times Ronit's age. So it becomes x plus 8 into 2.5. Now we'll solve the equation. 3x plus 8 is equal to x plus 8 into 2.5. Now we'll remove the bracket from the right side. It becomes 2.5x plus 20. Then 3x plus 8 is equal to 2.5x plus 20. We'll bring the variables on the one side, so 3x and 2.5x we'll bring it to one side, 20 and 8 will bring it to the other side. So as we all know, the operations change, addition becomes subtraction. So 3x minus 2.5x is equal to 20 minus 8. 0.5x is equal to 12. So x is equal to 12 divided by 0.5. Now don't get confused, 12 divided by 0.5 will not equal to 6 as many of the children have done. So 12 divided by 0.5 will equal to 24. So x is equal to 24. We got the answer, x is equal to 24. Now this is not our final answer. X we took as Ronit's age. If you go, if you look at the table, x is represented, Ronit's age is represented as x. So we got here x is equal to 24. Now what we do is, we know every other age based on x. X is there in every column, so we can substitute all the x's as 24. So Ronit's present age becomes 24. Father's present age is 3x, so it becomes 3 into 24, which is equal to 72. Now the next column, age in 8 years. Ronit's age in 8 years is x plus 8, so 24 plus 8, which becomes 32. Father's age in 8 years is 3x plus 8, so 3 into x plus 8, 3 into 24 plus 8, which equals to 80. After further 8 years, Ronit's age becomes x plus 8, which means 24 plus 8 plus 8, which equals to 40. And father's age after 8 years, after further 8 years, is 3x plus 8 plus 8, which means 3 into 24 plus 8 plus 8, which will equal to 88. Now while doing that 3x plus 8 plus 8, always keep in mind the BODMAS rule. You'll always do the multiplication before the addition. I hope you know that. So 3x plus 8 plus 8, we'll do 3 into 24 first, then plus 8 plus 8, it will amount to 88. Now we have all the constants, we removed all the variables, we removed all the x's from the table. Now we have a very clear picture. Ronit's present age is 24. After 8 years his age becomes 32. Then after 8 years his age becomes 40. Father's present age is 72. After 8 years 80. After further 8 years 88. So now we have all the information. Now the question is, how many times would he be? Would he means would the father be of Ronit's age? So we know that at the first, father was 3 times Ronit's age. After 8 years, father becomes 2.5 times Ronit's age. And after further 8 years, how many times is he of Ronit's age? It's a very simple equation. All we have to do is divide father's age by Ronit's age. So we have 88 divided by 40, which gives us 2.2. So in the option we have option C as 2.2 times. So that is the answer of the question. Next question. The sum of ages of 5 children born at the intervals of 3 years each is 50 years. What is the age of the youngest child? So here the second sentence is very clear. What is the age of youngest child? We have to find the age of the youngest child. But what is the information given to us? Sum of ages of 5 children. So we have 5 children here. Okay, so that is a very vital information. We have 5 children born at the intervals of 3 years each. So the birth of each children, there is a gap of 3 years. That means if one child is born today, the next child is born 3 years later. The next child is born after further 3 years. The next child is born after further 3 years. So in that way, 5 children are born. There are 5 children who within them they have a gap of 3 years. That means their ages, they have a difference of 5 years. So if the youngest child is 1 year old, the next child is 1 plus 3, 4 years old. The next child is 4 plus 3, 7 years old. If the youngest child is 10 years old, the next child is 10 plus 3, 13 years old. So that is how that is what is given in the question. The ages of 5 children born at the interval of 3 years each. So every children there is a gap of 3 years. So if you take it as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, it means that x1 plus 3 will give you x2. x2 plus 3 will give you x3. x3 plus 3. So each children plus 3 will give you the age of the next child. Now the last thing given is born at the interval of 3 years each is 50 years. So sum of the ages of the children is 50 years. So if we take it as x1, it means that x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 is equal to 50. So that is an equation, that is a sample equation. So we know we have two very good information here. The first information is each child plus 3 will give you the age of the next child. So x1 plus 3 will give you the age of x2, x2 plus 3 will give you the age of x3. So each child plus 3 will give you the age of the next child. The second information we have here is the sum of all the 5 children, the sum of ages of all the 5 children will give you 50. So those are the two information we have. So we can start by doing, let the age of the youngest child, let it be x. So what will be the ages of the other children? So if the youngest child is x, the next age, so the person just above him, the brother or the sister just above him will be x plus 3. So the youngest age is x, the next age is x plus 3, the next age will be x plus 3 means x plus 6. The next age will be x plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 which comes to x plus 9, and the last one will be x plus 12. So we'll stop at that because there are only 5 children. So I just want you to understand this better. I want you to understand it clearly. The youngest child, the age of the youngest child, if we take it as x, that x plus 3 will give you the age of the next child. So that is x plus 3. This x plus 3 will give you the age of the next child, that is x plus 6. Then it comes to x plus 9, then x plus 12. So we have the denotations, or we have the representations of all the ages of all the children here. So the youngest child's age is x, the next child's age is x plus 3, the next child age is x plus 6, then x plus 9, and then x plus 12. So we actually made it into an equation, or made it into a form that we can use the ages of the children. Now, according to the question, the sum of ages of all these children will come to 50. So we can very easily take it into an equation. X, that is the youngest child's age, plus x plus 3 plus x plus 6 plus x plus 9 plus x plus 12. So all these 5 ages, if we add, so instead of the commas there, we just put an additional sign. So if we add all this, we will get 50. Now we have an equation here. We have x plus x plus x plus x plus x. We have 5 x's there, so it will come to 5x. All of these are plus signs, so we can ignore the brackets. So 5x plus, we have 3, 6, 9 and 12. So 3 plus 6, 9, 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 12, 30. So we have 5x plus 30 is equal to 50. So we actually broke down this question into an equation, and when we solved the equation in the first step itself, we got a very simple linear equation. So we have 5x plus 30 is equal to 50. We'll take the 30 to the other side. So 5x is equal to 50 minus 30, which means 5x is equal to 20. So when we solve it, we'll get x is equal to 20 by 4, which is 20 by 5, which is x equal to 4. So x is equal to 4. So we took x as the age of the youngest child. So that is what that is what they asked here. That is what we got. So we got x is equal to 4. So the youngest child age is 4. If you want to verify if your answer is correct, you got x is equal to 4, your answer actually stops there, you're finished. But if you want to verify if your answer is correct, there is a very easy method. Just substitute all the x's with 4. You have x, x plus 3, x plus 6, x plus 9 and x plus 12. So instead of all the x's, substitute it with 4, you will get 4. Instead of x, you will get 4. Instead of x plus 3, you will get 4 plus 3, then 4 plus 6, 4 plus 9 and 4 plus 12, which will amount to 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13 plus 16. If you add all of it, you will get 50. So now if you verify that, you know that your answer is correct. You can know that you have scored a mark there and you will be fine. So this is how you solve this problem. The fourth question. A is 2 years older than B, who is twice as old as C. If the total ages of A, B and C is 27, then how old is B? So we have to find the age of B. We have a confusing information and we have a direct information. So direct information is ages of A, B and C is 27. So A plus B plus C will equal to 27. Now the other information is A is 2 years older than B, B who is twice as old as C. Now, with the information or with the passage that is given, or with the question that is given, we'll try to come up with some equations. So, A is 2 years older than B means A is equal to 2 plus B. So, B's age plus 2 will give you A's age. So, A is equal to 2 plus B. Now, the second one, B is twice as old as C. Now, we have done many problems. We know that if it said that B is twice as old as C, it means that B is equal to 2C. So, whatever age C has, C into 2 will give you B. That means C2 or 2C. And about C, nothing is given. So, we'll take C as X. So, here we have three equations, very small equations. A is equal to 2 plus B, B is equal to 2C, and C is equal to X. Now, what we do here is we have a lot of variables here. We have A, we have B, we have C, we have X. So, a lot of variables. So, we try to bring everything back together, and we'll try to come up with an equation with a single variable. So, if it is a single variable, it will be very easy to solve. So, since C is equal to X, we have the third equation here, C is equal to X. We just took C as X. So, since C is equal to X, we will change all the other C's into X. So, we have C is equal to X as the third equation. Second equation, we have B is equal to 2C. So, instead of writing B is equal to 2C, we can write B is equal to 2X because X and C are the same. So, we can write, instead of B is equal to 2C, we can write B is equal to 2X. Now we have A is equal to 2 plus B, B is equal to 2X, and C is equal to X. Now, since B is equal to 2X, we have an equation B equals 2X. So, we will change all the other B's as 2X. So, in the first equation, we have A is equal to 2 plus B. So, instead of 2 plus B, we change that B into 2X. So, we have A equals 2 plus 2X. Now, we have three equations, all which constitutes X only. So, we have A equals 2 plus 2X. Instead of A equals 2 plus B, we have A equals 2 plus 2X. Instead of B equals 2C, we have B equals 2X. And we have C equals X. So, we have 2 plus 2X as A, 2X as B, and X as C. So, we have three equations which constitutes only one variable, which is X. Now, let's come to the direct information. The total ages of A, B, and C is 27. So, we have A plus B plus C equals 27. So, A we have 2 plus 2X. So, we'll substitute it as 2 plus 2X, plus B we have 2X, C we have X. So, 2 plus 2X plus 2X plus X equals 27. So, if we add, we have all the X's there, 2X, 2X, and X. If we add, we get 5X. So, 2 plus 5X, if we remove the brackets, we will get 2 plus 5X equals 27. So, we will take the 2 to the other side. So, we get 5X equals 27 minus 2, which gives you 5X equals 25, and X equals 25 by 5, which is 5. So, we have X equals 5. So, X is, if we go up, we have C equals X. So, X is the age of C. But the question is, what is the, then how old is B? So, the question is, what is the age of B? So, we have the age of C as 5. So, since the age of C is 5, we can substitute this into the older equation. We have B equals 2X. So, X we got as 5. So, B is equal to 2X, which is 2 into 5, which is 10. So, age of B is 10. We have options here, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, and 10 years. So, the answer option is D, which is 10 years. So, we will be doing one more problem, which is a problem of ratio. We already said in the guidelines about ratios. So, present ages of Samir and Anand are in the ratio 5:4 respectively. 3 years hence, the ratio of their ages will become 11:9 respectively. What is Anand's present age in years? So, here as per the guidelines, we have many things to apply here. Here there is ratio, here there is a word called hence. So, we will have to apply those. So, let's read the question once again. Present ages of Samir are in the ratio 5:4 respectively. So, as per the guidelines that we have given you, we know that 5 and 4 are not their actual ages. It is just a representation of their ages. So, what we will do is 5x and 4x. That is their that is their correct ages. not 5 and 4, we will take it as 5x and 4x. And 3 years hence, hence means after, or 3 years later, so we will add plus 3. So, and the ratio of their ages will become 11 into 9. So, even after 3 years, their ages are not 11 and 9, their ages are 11x and 9x. We will take x for ratios. And one more thing is, as we said before, 5:4 we can write as 5/4, 11:9 we can write as 11/9. So, this much we have taken from our guidelines. Now, let's start the question. We will write, we have Samir and Anand. We have their present age and age after 3 years. So, just like the previous problems, we will try to come up with a picture. We will try to represent it in a tabular form. So, we have Samir, we have Anand and their present ages. So, present age is 5:4. The ratio is 5:4. So, let's take the present ages as 5x and 4x. So, Samir's age is 5x because it is given in the first, and Anand's age is 4x. So, we have the present age of Samir and Anand. We have a representation of their present ages. Now, after 3 years, after 3 years means Samir's age becomes 5x plus 3, Anand's age becomes 4x plus 3, which can also be, but it is given here as 11:9. So, it can also be written as Samir's age after 3 years is 11x and Anand's age after 3 years is 9x. So, we know that 5x plus 3 and 11x is the same. So, we can write as 5x plus 3 is equal to 11x, and Anand's age we have 4x plus 3 because it is after 3 years, and it is also given in the question that after 3 years his age will be 9x. So, 4x plus 3 or 9x both are the same. Now, we have a picture, present age of Samir and Anand and ages of Samir and Anand after 3 years. Now, since it is a ratio, so now we can write it as 5x is Anand's age is equal to 5x and 4x. So, since this is a ratio, we told that we can write it in a division form. So, ages we can write it as 5x by 4x. Now, given to us is 3 years hence, that means 3 years after. So, after 3 years what happens is Samir's age becomes 5 plus 3. So, in the denominator we have Anand's age which is 4x. So, there also 3 years hence. So, both of their ages have increased by 3 years. So, this 5x plus 3 becomes 11x, and so after 3 years what happens is their ages is 11:9. So, we can write it as 11x divided by 9x. So, we get an equation like this. So, what happens is here, don't get confused, we have their ages as 5x and 4x. After 3 years we have 5x plus 3 and 4x plus 3, and since it is a ratio we can write it in a division form which is 5x by 4x, and we will add 3 for both because both their ages are increasing by 3. And after 3 years their ages are 11:9, which we can write as 11 by 9, and since it is a ratio and not their actual ages, to find out their actual ages we write it as 11x by 9x. So, if you see the representation on the screen, it is very clear to you. So, the equation is 5x plus 3 divided by 4x plus 3, which gives you equals 11x by 9x. So, now we have the equation. Now, to solve the equation, it is very simple. We know we do cross multiplication. So, we will get 9x into 5x plus 3 equals 11x into 4x plus 3. So, we will remove the brackets. When we remove the brackets, we will get 9x into 5x, which is 45x square. So, we will get 45x square plus 27x equals 11x into 4x, which is 44x square plus 33x. So, we will get a line like that, 45x square plus 27x equals 44x square plus 33x. Don't get tensed by seeing the x squares and the x's, it will all come together, don't worry. So, when we take x square to one side and x to the other side, we will take all the x squares to one side and all the x's to the other side. So, we will get 45x square minus 44x square equals 33x minus 27x. So, 45x square minus 44x square we will get 1x square, or just we will write x square equals 33 minus 27, which is 6. So, x square equals 6x. Now the 6x will take, the x will take to the other side, so we will get it as x square divided by x. X square divided by x is nothing but x itself. So we will get x equals 6. So we got the answer of x. X is not the age of Samir, x is not the age of Anand, x is not the age after 3, x is just a representation of their ages. So we will have to substitute this x into whichever place we want. We want Anand's present age. So in the table we can see that Anand's present age is denoted as 4x. So in the place of that x we will substitute 6. So we will get 4 into 6 as 24. So 24 is the present age of the Anand, So in the options we have 24, 27, 33 and 37. So we get the answer as 24. Now what happens is, if you get a question like this, and this is just a very selective thing that I am telling you, and just because the options are 24, 27, 33 and 37, there is a very easy method to find out the answer here without doing any of these calculations. It's just a tip or just a trick that you can use. And what happens here is, we know that Anand's age is 4 into x. So we have the present age of Anand as 4x. So we know that Anand's age is 4 into x. So x will be a number, as we know when we solve we will get a number. So we know that Anand's age will be x into 4. So something into 4 is Anand's age. We know that some number, some constant number into 4 we will get as Anand's age. So we know that we will get 5 into 4 or 6 into 4 or 7 into 4, whatever it is, but we know that any number into 4 will only give you an even number. And when you check the options here, you have 24, 27, 33 and 37. There is no even number except 24. So without even doing any calculations, if these are your options, you can say that 24 is the answer without doing any calculation. But if you have an option like instead of 37, instead of the option D 37, you have option D 40, that means you cannot use this trick. You'll have to do the calculations and the equations. But if there are options that not just in the age difference questions, you can use this in any arithmetical reason questions, that you can use the logic of even numbers, the logic of odd numbers. So this is just a logic or a trick. Any number into 4 will give you, any whole number into 4 will give you an even number, and there is only one even number in the option, so you can select that number. So this is how you do this problem.